Is anybody? Oh, looks like people might be joining. Good morning. I am trying to figure out my laptop, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to find myself. Okay. I see that some are joining, so let me see if I can do something here. Okay, I found it. Hi, Lori. Good to see you. Okay. Just Facebook is a little strange in the sense that it turns on this selling format. I guess if you put in the description anything that seems like you're selling, there's another step you have to go through to turn it off. So sorry about that. I was live and then I thought maybe I was in the wrong group, but here I am. So let me see if on this Sunday morning, okay, there we go. If you're here, say hello. Big capital letter shared is great. I appreciate that. I won't be drawing Prize Patrol today. I'll be doing that on my usual night, which is Wednesday, but I'll be including all the shares and the likes and the loves and the comments from here, as well as my last live. So thanks for joining me this Sunday morning. My name is Antoinette Bay. I'm with the Paper Papillion, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Lynbrook, New York. And today I'm going to bring you a couple of projects that I had shared at my crafters retreat, and some of you had asked if I would do them here on my live, and I decided to come to you live this morning with those projects. I'm changing up just the colors a little bit. So I'm coming to you with two projects today. So this is the first one. I am using Wrapped Bouquet. I'm using a sentiment from the So Sentimental that is retired, so you can no longer get this, not on through Stampin' Up! Anyway, but I'm using it for the sentiment. You can use any sentiment you want. I happen to want that one. As I said, Wrapped Bouquet, this is current in our catalog, the mini catalog, and I'll show you where. I'm using the Meadow dies, and I'm using the Quiet Meadow stamp, this large flower right here, which I have to get a block for, I just realized. So let's get started. Let me go get that large block before we get started. Okay. Actually, this is the wrong one. Okay, I'm here. So before we get started, I just want to show you in the mini where I'm using Wrapped Bouquet on page 21, and these items are current until the 30th of June. And then I'm using the Snailed It Twines right here on page 55. And then I am using these clips, these cute little, I think they're called Clever Clasps. And I think they're kind of overlooked in this catalog. I forgot about them even when I was doing my crafters retreat. So that's where these are coming from. I'm going to put my stamp on the side here. Okay. All right. We'll get started. So I'm starting off with a piece of, let me get my notes here. Okay. Hi, Patty. You have brunch at 11. I have brunch today too. I have brunch with my husband and my daughter. We're taking her out. She got promoted. So I hope you're having a fun brunch today with some friends and family. Let's start off with a 9.5 by 7. And we'll score it. So we're scoring the long side first, and we're going to start our scores at, as I said, it's 9.5 by 7. It's starting at 3 1/4, 4 1/2, 7 3/4, and 9. And then you turn it around and score at 1 1/4. Okay, so there are our score lines And now we will, actually, I'm going to cut first. It's easier to cut for me when I am, so we have the little squares on the bottom. So we're going to cut those little squares. And then we're going to cut this little triangle right here. So it has this has an angle, and then this has an angle up here as well. And that is pretty much all the cutting, but I do want to give these a little bit of a wedge. Just the squares. A little bit of a wedge on the squares. It just makes it easier to fold the box in when there's a wedge on these little squares. Okay, like that. All right, so now I want to fold, crease these score lines. This is a really easy box to make, as you can see. You saw how quickly I was able to do that. Now I have extended my host code to the 30th. So anyone that places an order from now to the 30th will get these make and takes for free. But now this will close up like that, okay? So we put, your order needs to be a minimum of $35. To receive these projects, and then there's a $5 shipping fee. So your online order needs to be minimum $35, and you have to order by, place your minimum order by the 30th. So you saw I put the tape right at the edge, and this is how your kit would come too. I'll show you that in a second. So let's just finish what I'm doing here, right? So tape then goes on this edge, and then it goes on this inside panel right here. And this is going to be the front panel. So then it goes on the inside of that. So I just folded that up so I could put my tape right there. And then this is the front panel. Okay, that's all we have to do is tape the inside of that flap and this flap. Okay. So now here are all our bits and pieces, right? And we'll get started with, this can go on our front panel. And this is from the hand-penned designer series paper. Let's get some adhesive going there. I think I need to replace my roll. Yes, I do. I was having a hard time having it come out, so now I need to just replace this and get all this gook out of there. I had a feeling I was toward the end, and I made sure that I brought my replacement over. And there we go. Oh, came off. Okay. Okay, so that will go right there. Actually, I want to go upside down. I love this hand-penned designer series paper. Okay, and then we peel off. Good morning, Kathy. And good morning, Terry. So we'll take that off and then fold this like that, okay? Because this is just going to come right on top. and meet, just like that. And now these get put in, folded in, and this one goes like that. So there's the box. Very easy, right? So now, before we start pinching anything, I'm going to pinch the edges in. I want to take my scallop. This is from the Scallop Contours, which I've been using a lot, and I forgot to bring that over. Want to put some tape on here. Now, first we're going to fold it in half. I'm not scoring it because I really just want to line up these scallops. And that's what I just did. And now I'll give it a nice crease. Okay, now I could put some tear and tape on the inside because this is the piece that's going to sit on the back of the box. And then, okay, so this is the back of the box. I'm going to sit this right there. I'm being too gentle. Okay, and adhere. Whoops. Yeah, quick and easy replacing that adhesive. It's very easy. Now I'm pinching the sides so they close. And that's how our box will close. So now I can grab a clip. Do I do gold? I think I'm going to do gold. Pick up the yellow in the Designer Series paper, and I'll just hold that shut. But I do need to open it so that I can decorate the front. So let's start getting all our pieces. So I've already dyed pieces from the Meadow Designers die, the Meadow die, which is right here. So this is a bundle, the Quiet Meadow and the Meadow dies. It's beautiful. I've been using it a lot. So that I'm going to poke out all these little centers. And we have this one, So Saffron. The first one I poked out was Misty Moonlight. I have Vellum, a piece in Vellum, and I have a Blushing Bride piece. I don't want to do too many of these. And then I have this little tag, again, from the Scallop Contours. I want to poke out these little dots too, which I forgot to do earlier. I tell you, I had a different idea this morning for the next box that we're going to do. And so when I woke up, I thought of something else. When I looked through the catalog, I was looking for something else to do because it just wasn't going with what I wanted, the original plan. So now I'm going to do some sentiments. I'm going to use from this, I could use Thanks Friend or Love You Bunches. Mother's Day is over, so I won't use that. So I'm going to use Love You Bunches. And I will use the Misty Moonlight on this. And I'm going to stamp it to the right of the tag. Okay, now I need to stand for this for a second. Love You Bunches. I could have come down a little bit more on that, and this is pretty wet. And while it's open, I also have the little tag here. So I'm gonna take that off. Let me clean that. I don't want to get it all over my hands and all over the project. So let's clean that off, and then I'll put that one away and grab the For You. Also from this set, For You. I want to use this set some more because this is still available through June 30th. And I really want to use this set. I haven't used it for anything but the sentiments. And I think it's really beautiful. And I think it's also another very overlooked set. So I'm going to look from the bottom to see where I'm stamping this. And perfect. Aren't those pretty fonts? I think they are. I think they're very pretty. So let's put that on the side for a second, and I'll clean off this and put it away because we don't need it anymore. Okay. So anyway, I was working down here from 8:30, 8:15, and I changed up the whole, for the second card and box, I changed up the whole idea. So you want to stay tuned to watch that. And if you can't stay, come back and watch the replay. Okay, now we get started. So on here, I'm going to just cut down this piece right here. The top piece is all I really want. And then I'll put this aside and use it for something later. And then we need these pieces. And I'll put a little, actually I'm going to use glue dots here. Let's see. So I'll go like that. Yeah, that's good. And then I think I'll do the yellow, but I don't want it to be too high, so I'm going to cut some of this off as well. I'm just randomly cutting. And I want to show you a specialty card at the end too. I made a specialty card. I had seen something come up on the artisan design team and I loved it. And I needed to make it. And so I did. I just had to make it. That's why things take me a long time too, because I get distracted when I see something really beautiful and I don't want to lose the idea, the thought, and I stop what I'm doing and then I go create something else. And that's what happens to me. I'm very much distracted by a beautiful card or project. Now I'll put some more glue dots down, but for now, that's the idea. Oh, I'm sorry, I shook the whole. And then this will go down on the front with dimensionals. Let's get that down. I don't want it too far up. Okay, now we can get the ribbon. Oh, I think I already cut some ribbon for this one. Nope, I didn't. Oh, it's in here. Okay. So we have some ribbon here that I can use. It's already cut. Oh, guys, sorry. Jeez. Okay. It's hot here now. It's in the 80s. It got hot really fast. Really hot, really fast. I know you guys in Florida are used to this, but I'm not yet. I don't even have, I don't even know. I'm hoping my air conditioning unit works. Last year, I think I talked about this. We had an issue, we had it fixed, and I just feel like this thing is on its last legs. Okay, and there's that. And now we close the box. And there you have it. Let's put the gold. Now, I had put some breakfast bar and gum and things like that in here for the retreat. Let's make the card before I show you the set together. So that's the box. Let's just get the card going, which is a similar idea. Oh, and I forgot I needed to stamp that sentiment again. So this is, oh, actually that's not it. These are our narrow note cards that we used to sell and we don't anymore. I have 2 full packs, so I have plenty. So anyone that decides they want to place an order and receive these 2 projects, this and the box and this card and the next project with the card that I'm making, I'll have the details for you here and I'll repeat it again later, but these make and take kits can come to you for free. Actually, you have to pay for shipping if you make a purchase in my online store. So we'll talk about that again later. I'll bring them all out. Okay, so, and now I wanted it to use these once I had them because I wanted it to fit inside the box. And that's why I used these. I'm sure these envelopes can be found on Amazon, but I don't know the size. I'll have to measure it for you. And now this is also from the Scallop Contours. And this is just going down with adhesive, down on the front. And then we'll do the same thing here. Now, I think I'm going to take my leftover from the first card and use that here instead. So, I'll go here. And then take the yellow, or actually this is So Saffron. Get these little pokey things out. And then this one. Okay, so those, and then we'll do the, so not a lot of stamping going on here, just a lot of just die cutting for this card. And then this. That could stay actually. The vellum can stay. Now let's get some more twine. Tie another bow. And then we'll put this together with the original. I used 2, the blush and the white. You could use 1. My original only has 1. Oh, I forgot the tag here. I do want to do a tag here. So let's get that sentiment one more time. I forgot to do it earlier. Oh, I did do it. Okay, there we go. So that will go there. I have to undo this because I forgot. I forgot the sentiment. Snow? Who's got snow? I just read that. We had 5 inches of snow a couple of days ago. Oh my gosh, Lynn, I forget where you are. I don't recall where you are. Oh, but you're one of the people with the in color club packages, and your kit is going to go out tomorrow, Lynn. It will be in the mail tomorrow. I got my order early, late Friday. Wasn't supposed to come till Monday. The Designer Series paper, I originally ordered the wrong Designer Series paper, so I had to reorder. But the in-color clubs are going out on Monday, all that are being shipped. And anyone that's local, they'll be ready to pick up tomorrow as well. So I'll be sending that email out when I get back from brunch. And there's the card. Okay, and we could stamp the front of the card. I'm going to take this in, I think I'll do the Misty Moonlight. Keep that going here. Isn't that pretty? Let that dry for a second. And then take these little splatters. And I'm going to do that in blush, but I forgot it, so hold on. Before I changed my setup of this room, all my inks were right behind me. But now I separated my work desk from my going live desk. And so they're not right behind me anymore. A little splatter. Okay. Now we're ready to bring out. Let me just clear up the table so I can show you. So this is project number 1, finished. I'll put this stuff away so that way I know where it all is for project number 2. Let me clear this up. Okay. So here is today's. But let me just show you the other day at our retreat. Where's the card that goes with this? Here it is. So I did this, was the one I did for the retreat in these colors, and today I decided to change it up to these colors. Okay, hope you like that. Oh, okay. So that's that. That's project number 1 of the Make and Take kit, and it would come to you looking like this. So here's the box. It's all cut and it's all scored for you. You would have to do the cutting of the box, but you'll get all the pieces. You would have to do this cutting, and I would show you that in the video, or you could always refer back to here, but you always get clean videos with Make and Takes. And then on the opposite side are the materials for the card right here. These are for the card. Okay, so that's what your Make and Takes pretty much look like. And now let's move on to number 2. So which is your favorite color? Who's got a favorite color? Blush or the Mint Macaron? Blush or Mint Macaron? Let's see what everybody likes. Okay. So for the next project, I was originally going to do the box like this, right? Remember our little liquor boxes that you guys liked and wanted to see how I made it? So since this is retired, this stamp set comes from a kit, Simply Citrus. If you have it, great. But since it's retired, I decided to look through the catalog this morning to see there's the little vodka. This one's peach. I'm going to use that just to hold my stuff together today. So I went through the catalog to see what was current and if there was anything I could possibly use, and there was. So I'm just going to put these things on the side for now. Since there was, I decided that we would use it, and that is going to be the Timeless Tropical set. So I'm going to use the pineapple because they have pineapple. I used a pineapple in the lemon box. They have pineapple vodka. So I'm going to go to the store and buy that and put that in this box. So I'm using this set, Timeless Tropical, and the dies are on page 163. So this Timeless Tropical is $23, and on 163 are the dies, which are right here, and those are $35. I have those all right here too. So let's see. These are all the dies. I wanted to use the big pineapple die. It's got pineapple, palm tree, all those. I'm using all these little ones today though, the flowers and the pineapple and the leaves and the aloha. So we're going to change that up a bit today. And this is also a retired ribbon, but it goes well with the theme. And I did use it when I created my orange box. So I am missing oh, here it is. Okay. I have it. So let's start with the box first. So this measures 8 by 6.5, and we're going to score the long side at 1.5. I'm gonna make sure I'm up against there. 6 and 7.5. And then we're going to score the short side at 1.5. 3, 4.5, and 6. Okay. Yes, this is good for SU's trip. I was thinking about them when I was making it. So these are all the score lines, and I know it's kind of hard to see right now, but I'm going to start the cutting measurements on here. So all of these squares on the bottom, okay, they get cut into, so then they go right up to the 1.5 inch mark, all of the squares on the bottom. And these two inside ones, let's see, this one, every other one, and then this one, because these are the two that are going to, oh no, those are not the flaps. Okay, that's what that bottom looks like. But now we're going to cut this one, this little tab on an angle right here. Okay, and then we might as well go up here and cut this little tab on an angle, and then we can cut this whole piece off right here on the top. So we're left with just this tiny tab, which is where some tear and tape is going to go. Now we have these little rectangles, so we're going to cut all the way up to the very last square, but not all the way. And then cut this. This part here becomes our flap that gets tucked in. And so we angled that, okay? And now we cut these squares. And now here, let's see, do I want to, yeah, I want to angle these. Let's see. I need to keep this one has to go. So this flap and this flap I'm folding over, and this one in the middle here has to go. Okay. And then these I can wedge. Now, in the make and take and the tutorial for these, there will be step-by-step photo for something like this, where I'm making a 3D project. And this I need to snap a little bit more off. There. Okay. And there's what our box looks like at the moment. So we're putting some tape is going to go here. Let's just fold this up. Again, we're at the very edge. Let's do our score lines. And the one thing I did not do first is stamp the whole thing, but we'll do that now. Okay, so I want to stamp all the pineapples on here, and I'm going to use, that's a daffodil. I'm going to use Bumblebee. I'm going to use Bumblebee to stamp all over it, I think. Now I have to clean off my stamp set because I was using it earlier. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to do this quick on the inside and see if I like Bumblebee on here. Yeah, I do. I like it. So let me get some scrap. And turn your stamp around so you don't have the image going the same direction every time you stamp it. Okay. All right, that's enough with the pineapples there. And now we could put adhesive, tear and tape, right at the edge. And then the other piece of tape goes here. And the reason I'm saying that is because I can see it goes right where there's a missing box, right there. Okay, I can move this now. Get my tweezers. So Chris says mint. Patty loves both colors. I can't see any other comments right now. You love that pineapple, huh? Yeah, I love it too. I love pineapple. Okay, so now, oh, I should have waited to do that. Fold that up so it meets the adhesive. Okay. And now that's my back, so I want to fold, this is the bottom. I'm going to fold those in, and I want where my tape is, I want that to go to the back too. So these creases where they meet will be the back of the box. And then this, now you see why I wedged these? I wedged them on the edges so that way when they fold in nicely, oh, let's put the bottle in here. This, I would get the pineapple one, but we're using this just to secure the box. So we put that in there, and then that folds nicely. You know what? I think we need a little pineapple up on the top, don't we? Should have done that. So I'm going to add that. Right I don't care about the flap so much, but the top I would like to see. Little pineapple. This is just a sample. So I'll leave that like that. Okay. Okay, now we can take the twine ribbon. This is more like a ribbon. I love it. I wish they still had it. But it is very thick and it's a little bit awkward to handle, actually. It doesn't make as nice a bow. I mean, it does, but it's just a little bit difficult to manage. So it doesn't matter that it's not available anymore. You could use linen thread, but I wanted something thicker than linen thread. And we have another one that had retired also, but it wasn't as pretty a color. So I still went with this one. It's got more of a tropical feel too. Okay. So the front of our box is here. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we can decorate it. And all the pieces are already cut. The only thing that we do need to do is I just want to show you how I did the pineapple, and then we can put the card and the box together. So the way that I decided to do the pineapple is, let's see, I need a piece of scrap. Here it is. I took markers, Stampin' Write markers, and I started with daffodil, and then bumblebee, and then granny apple green and old olive. So let's start with the Daffodil Delight, and I'm using the marker to color the bottom of the pineapple, and then I'm going to throw a little bit around of the darker color here and there, just little spots. And then I'm going to use granny apple green to do the leafy part. And then I'm going to toss some old olive around the center and the middle. Puff on that because it's been sitting around for a little bit. And there, you get a little bit of a two-tone in there. Okay, so I've already die cut these. I just wanted to show you how I put it together. So we're going to we're putting these labels together the same way. So I'm going to take all the parts and pieces out. So this is Early Espresso Scallop Circle. And this tag comes from the So Sentimental that's still available. Whoops, let me show you. So we use some scallop circles, and then this is the Stitch So Sweetly set, which is available. That is not retired. Okay, and then we have some of the green leaves from the In the Tropics dies. And these green leaves here, I cut a little extra of everything just in case there was an error. And Aloha in Bermuda Bay. And then I'm going to take the pineapples that I already die cut. I did them the same exact way I just showed you. And then I'm going to take the floral pieces from In the Tropics. It punches out 2 large and 1 small when you die cut those flowers. 2 large and 1 small. And that should be it for our pieces. So I'll take my silicone mat and some liquid glue, and we'll glue the Aloha down. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's all out. So we might as well do it to both while we're at it. Right? Okay. So the reverse side, and I'm not doing anything special here except lightly dotting some glue. That's it. Okay, that's one. I'm going to go all the way to the edge here. Actually, I want to bring that down a bit. And then the second one. Okay. Now we can add with glue dots these larger flowers. There they are. Hiding, hiding. Make sure there's nothing here. And then that can go there. And here. And then another one, large one. Oh, wrong way. That could go behind, like that. And then this one goes behind. That. Okay, and then we can take another glue dot. For the pineapple. And then the leaves. We'll take the leaves and put glue dots behind there. And there. And same. I'm going to add this, pull this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we can, one more thing is this little one goes about here. And this little one goes about here. Okay, now those are done. And then we can put them right behind this brown piece, like that. I'm going to use tear and tape here. I'm going to put a couple of pieces down. One should probably be sufficient, but I'm like super tear and tape lover and dimensional lover, right? I dropped my tweezers. So I always have to have too much. Whoops. Pulled the tape right off of that. Okay. That brown just peeks out a little bit, that's all. It's just a little bit. I didn't want to use black. I needed a darker color behind there, and I just didn't want to use black. Okay, so there are our Aloha pieces, and let me put some gems on there. Oh, you know what? Let's put the gems on after we put the card together. So, and then we'll put the box together. Let's put those pieces on the side now that they're done, and let's put the card together. Now, this is another different size envelope. It is also a retired envelope that I have a ton of, so that's why I thought I can offer make and takes with it. So I'm just scoring this. This is a 7 by 5 inch piece of Bermuda Bay, scored at 3.5. Okay, that's the size of the envelopes. I'll show you those. They are right here. We used to have them, but the envelope, you'll get the envelope. I was going to do this with the white cardstock behind it, but this is the size of the envelope. So, okay, now I can tell you the size of that envelope. It is 5 1/8 by 3 5/8. That's the size of the envelope that fits this card. Okay. I actually scored it wrong. Okay. All right, so we'll take this again and we'll just stamp the pineapple all over. I think I cleaned it, not too much. Okay. Doing a much better randomly stamping job on this card than I did on the box. Good. Okay. Now I was torn between Melon Mambo and the Poppy Parade when I used the flowers, but I wanted to go with Poppy Parade. I had seen Michaela, you know, my favorite in the UK. Well, one of my favorites. I have a couple of favorites in the UK. Anyway, I had seen her make, she was able to attend the Maui trip virtually, I think yesterday, and she put up a card that used I don't know if it was Daffodil Delight or So Saffron, I don't know, but it was Bermuda Bay, and it was white, and it was yellow, some yellow, and it was Melon Mambo. And it looked really pretty, but I don't know. You want to give this to a guy, maybe you don't want to give it, maybe you don't want it to be pink. I don't know. So I went with Poppy Parade, and that goes just as well. So the color scheme is similar, but the card is different. And now I'm going to take some twine, now linen thread. In this case, I am using linen thread, and I'm going to wrap it around the card. Let's see. Yes, Stacy, I just saw your note. I'll have measurements on a project sheet as soon as I can. I don't think it will be today. I still have to get my newsletter out, which I've not done in a couple of weeks, so that's priority. And then this, maybe tomorrow or the next day, I'll have a project sheet up on my blog. But if you want the make and takes, for anybody that might want the make and takes, those details, I'll give them to you after this, and then again on my blog. So like I said, the host code is up on my blog. It's still valid, and it should be here in the description as well. Now, normally I put tape on here, but I'm not doing that right now on the back because we're running long today. And now we'll have some more twine here. And cut that off. And now this is the inside. Now, I didn't do anything special on the inside yet. I probably will before I post it on my blog. Now I'll take dimensionals, put that there. Let's see, top and bottom, that's all I need, top and bottom. And actually, I do need here too. I do. Here and here. And then we'll take those. I'm going to take from the Simply Elegant gems, I'm going to take the frosted ones and put some frosted on here. And there's the card. Let's finish off the box. Now this is the front, yep. So I'll put dimensionals on here and here. Actually, this has to come all the way over here. And here. And then let's put on the gems. And there you have it. So for my retreat, you had seen me do these in orange, and I really love the orange and the lime and the lemon a lot. I love it a lot, but that stamp set's not available, and the pineapple is current. So there you go. And for these, I didn't have a card going with it, so that would be the set. Okay, and let me get, oh, I was going to do it in a, just to show you, I had started it in the Bermuda Bay, but my pieces weren't falling together very well. It looks nice there too, in that as well. So this would be the make and take kit. Okay, I'll have the details on my blog by, I'll try tonight, but tomorrow or Tuesday morning, the latest. But there you go. So I have a couple of people that have already ordered, and those people will be getting this kit. Those that have ordered with that code, since you're getting the kit. So never fear. Okay, let me show you guys some other stuff. Let me show you. Okay. Oh, I got another beautiful card in the mail because I participated in a class. Oh, her address isn't here, but she's from Australia. Look at that. That came from Australia. And look at this beauty. I should do this on a live. Isn't that beautiful? It's using the Quiet Moment, Quiet Meadow. Isn't that gorgeous? And she wrote a note on the inside. But look at that. I think she used the pencils and blender pen, the blender pen and the pencils, watercoloring pencils. So I wanted to share that. And then I also wanted to share, as I said earlier, I saw a card by the Artisan Design team, a bunch of cards by our Artisan Design team. And believe me, if I had time, I would make every single one. So I recreated it, and I did one of my specialty envelopes. So this is the envelope, and it's a slim line, and this slim line is the size of an, you know, a number 10 envelope, I believe. So it measures like, 8 3/4 by, it might be slightly bigger than that, and 4 1/8. That's the envelope size. So I don't know if that's the actual size of a, but it's with a belly band. This is something that you would put in a box or something. And so let me just slip this off. And so this is using the color and contour set, and I stamped the envelope, and then the envelope opens like that. And this is what I told you I saw on the Artisan Design Team creations. And then this opens like that. Now on theirs, they used that cute little bumblebee trinket, but I don't have that trinket. And they also used rhinestones here. But I don't have the trinkets yet. So a friend of mine is mailing me some because I'm desperate for them for a couple of other projects. So a friend of mine is mailing. And then they're not available. They're on not orderable list right now. They were so popular right away. And then this opens like this, and then that. So there's the slimline. So you can see there's a mark here. This is my sample. So of course I'm going to make a nice one, but I think I'm going to make a smaller size. This is way big. But I wanted to make it attempt to make the slimline. So isn't that pretty? I love it. I love this fresh. I'm really loving this fresh freesia color a lot. Okay. There you go. That's that. I just wanted to share that. So let me just, before you guys go, oh, and I still have one more pack. This is not part of the make and take. You have to order from my store in order to get the make and takes for free. But this is, I still have one more pack of Designer Series Paper Share for $34. So if anybody's interested, please let me know. It's all the papers except for the ones that carried over from last year. It's pretty much all the papers. So let's go over this kit again. So with a $50 purchase in my online store, I think I said 35 earlier, and I know that was wrong. So I am sorry, forgive me. It's a $50 purchase in my online store. You get these make and takes for free, except that you have to pay $5 shipping fee. However, if your order is $100 or more, you get the make and takes plus the shipping is free. Okay? $50 or more gets you the make and takes. $100 or more gets you the make and takes and the shipping. $50 or more gets you the make and takes and a $5 fee for shipping. Okay, so that code is listed on my blog and it's in the description. Use that code by the 30th of the month and I will pack these up and mail them off to you. Okay, I hope that's clear. Details will be on my blog. Thanks for joining me on this Sunday morning. I appreciate it and I hope you enjoyed the projects today. And I will talk to you soon. I'll be back on Wednesday. Okay, be back on Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock. See you then. Happy Sunday. Bye-bye.